Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Conversations with Coffees. That is us, your hosts,
Angela and
Lord, the one, the only. Hope everybody has had a good week so far since we've talked to you last. I know it's been a minute.
Yeah, we've been pretty busy. Appointments and testing for our kids. Today's a really big day for both of them.
For both, both of our oldest is testing
for staff sergeant.
Yep, and
so exciting.
Our 11-year-old is testing for his end
Math
of year
EOGs.
Yep.
So big day.
Yep, it's a big day. We have a routine with when our oldest was in school, we would always take him. Typically me, but Angela sometimes too. It was kind of like our little routine. I'd take them for breakfast in the morning before they would have a test. So it was
and now that we don't have breakfast here, it feels better, more important that we take them outside and get them breakfast and just make them realize that they are important and they are going to do a good job.
And we try not to stress too much about the end of year testing. Simply because it doesn't affect their grade.
Right.
It just makes the school look good. So,
but still, we want them to be prepared.
Well, yeah, I mean,
to feel important.
Right. Any test is supposed to be an important test anyway. So.
Right.
But
that's just our little routine. We love doing that for them.
Yep. Let's see. Since our went back out to the farm where we were.
We built a bridge.
Yep.
That was really cool.
And before that, I was out where the chicken farm was.
Yep, took down more trusses, or not more trusses, more
metal and stuff like that. Stayed in camped in a bus.
Super cool. I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, she didn't get to go with us, which sucked.
There was testing last week too. So.
Yeah, so she stayed back for him.
Yeah.
But it was an experience. They converted a school bus into like a camper, minus the bathroom and little kitchen, but beds and stuff like
quarter,
that.
like a sleeping bunk, I guess.
And most importantly, in the South, they have AC in that thing, so that was pretty awesome.
Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Yeah. It's kind of like a bougie bus.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
We didn't use the AC though. I mean, it wasn't hot enough at night to use it. So, but. It was pretty fun. Campfire, and then crashed and got right back at it again the next morning. So it was pretty cool. But
then this weekend we helped build a bridge.
Yep.
Literally like 10 feet in the air at least.
Yeah.
So that was pretty. I don't know, kind of scary. I mean, I'm not scared of heights, but whenever you're standing on a structure that literally was just concreted in the day before, and
TJ dangling over the thing, trying to nail some stuff in, that was
pretty nerve-wracking at times, but it was fun. We were singing a cappella. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it really was, and that's the beauty of what we're doing. It's I'm learning. We're both learning. It's hard work. Don't get me wrong, but we're doing it with friends and
hilarious friends.
Yeah, hilarious friends. So makes it that much easier to help out and stuff like that. So
yeah.
But what were we going to talk about today? It was kids and electronics.
And then we discussed it further, and I think just humans and electronics is a good topic.
Yeah.
I don't
kids,
know.
I mean, I think everybody hears put down electronics. We tend not to listen, because it's easier for us just to, hey, go do something. I need my time, so it's easier for an adult or a parent now in today's society to say
almost like a pacifier.
It is. You know what? That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, an adolescent, preteen pacifier.
And so we've always, even before in the past with our oldest, we would make him work for electronic time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way. You remember when I had boy one would I cut down a bunch of trees, and for every cord that he would slice up, I'd give him like an hour on Xbox.
I think it was 30 minutes actually.
30 minutes?
Yep.
So
he was out there. It was during
middle school.
He was preparing for wrestling and football season, so it actually benefited him in the long run.
That boy, because he did it all summer long.
Yeah.
He wanted to play. You had to earn it, but he got pretty cut just that summer alone, and he appreciated it.
Yeah.
When he started wrestling, and playing. I don't know did he do football that year or just track?
I think he did track and
wrestling. So
football came later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. But that's how we kind of we were like that with boy two. Boy two has to earn that time.
I feel like we're like the older we get, the more lenient.
We're a little more lenient. I will say that on him.
I'm not necessarily proud of that. I wish that we had more control.
Right.
Meaning, hey, you need to come play with your family for a little bit.
Right.
In order to get some electronic time, but. It's a different season of life, and
but I think we do a good job of.
It's not awful by any means.
No, like he's that kid that loves to go outside, and he's very creative with his mom. And he's a creative kid. Even to hear him talk sometimes is like,
what?
Where the heck did that come from? Just the stuff that he comes up with. But and I think having talking about what we wanted to do today, and I think that was probably more so on our minds of kids that are on these electronics all the time, that don't go outside and be creative, or they don't
have any other activities that they do besides screen time.
Exactly.
And I just feel like we're hindering our generation by putting an electronic in front of them, and I mean, it's kind of crazy, and you try to kind of strike a balance, because in our school system they give kids the iPads in kindergarten.
Yep. No more handwriting.
No more handwriting. That's how they learn to read, all sorts of things. So when they get home, you would think that they wouldn't want to get on another electronic or another device.
But
that is not the case.
It's like, they know.
Yeah, it's like an addiction almost, and I don't know, when you start to think about that and go down the rabbit holes, it's pretty scary.
Right.
To think like that. So.
No, it is. I mean, this is what these kids know, and that to me is the problem. So I was talking to a friend last week, and he was saying the same things I was saying, but he was just like, these kids, they're watching people on video and living vicariously through them, thinking, okay, the guy I just watched on TV, he's going, whatever, he's
20 miles an hour on a skateboard, and he didn't break his leg, so I can do that.
Well, no, not even that. No, they're not even attempting to get on the skateboard. They're like, okay, no, I just did that because I watched him do that, that kind of thing. Like, they're not
participating in life.
And we know some kids that they're on the computer probably 12 hours. Summertime hits, probably 16 hours a day. They're on there playing games and stuff like that, and I just don't think it's healthy.
Yeah, you're losing those motor functions in your arms and legs.
And you better get a good eye doctor ready to go on. It's glasses are probably going to be a thing. So,
or headaches. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I mean, that's the kid side of it. And then so we were talking about it. We were like, okay, so how are we going to bring this into marriage relationships and stuff like that? And Angela, what'd you say earlier when we were standing there? I was asking you, how are we going to tie this in?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to just cover kids. I mean, just humans in general. Like, there are days that we roll over, and instead of speaking to one another, we will pick up our phone.
I'm guilty as charged.
Yeah, figure out what's going on, in the world of TikTok or Facebook or Instagram. Like
me, not TikTok. Facebook, I'm quick to get on Facebook just to see. Like this morning, I was on Facebook just to see what I could find out as far as we had our primaries here in North Carolina on some stuff, so I was trying to figure out, election stuff, but that's the first thing I do, bam, and sometimes I'm an idiot for doing it, and I don't stop and think like, okay, no, here's your wife, won't you tell her good morning before you get on your freaking phone, idiot?
Yeah.
So I do it.
But that's what I'm saying, like, it literally is a pacifier for even grown-ups.
Right.
At this point in our world.
Yep.
And it's kind of sad, and I just want to, I guess, encourage people to, take a step back and look at the practical side of those things. I mean, it is an addiction, and, why not instead grab a game and go play with your kids, or,
right.
Go outside and have a bonfire, or...
Because it's easier just to get on your phone.
Right.
It really is.
But I feel like we're missing out on those...
No, we are.
Those times to communicate.
Exactly.
You want to communicate with strangers in the world outside, but what about your own household?
No, that's a huge issue. I mean, it's just easy for us to get on our phone, and I know I can speak for myself. When coming home from work, I'm mentally or physically tired. I just want to go home, and I just want to look at my phone, and I want to tune everything else out.
The world.
Right.
You want to tune the world out so you can look at the world and find out what's going on.
No, I want to look at something, and as I'm looking at it, it's just so I don't have to use any part of my brain or anything like that. It's just what would you call it? Dumb surfing, just for no reason at all, just to calm down. So I don't have to constantly, because, we constantly think, and now in today's society, everything has to be done right away. So even at work, it seems like there's no time to do anything anymore, and you're constantly having to come up with solutions to what problems there might be, and it has to be right away. There's no more of how it, maybe used to be, where, okay, yeah, it's going to take me a minute to get on the phone or get somebody on the phone before there was cell phones, just channels that you would have to do. Now we are a ready-made society where everything needs to be right now, right here, can't wait.
And again, going back to our children, we try our best to teach lessons and to, instill good values within them.
Mm-hmm.
But this whole, electronic frenzy, I guess, is super hard to teach our kids, delayed gratification. They want it immediately, instantly. And I've noticed it in our older son, if he wants a new truck, thankfully, he has the means and the funds to go and do that. But as a parent, I want him to
pump the brakes a little bit. Think about this.
Take some time, make sure it's the right decision, and don't just go out and get something because it's what you want this very second. Like,
right.
Not thinking of the long-term effects that it will have on your life, versus, waiting and making sure that it is, the right decision.
Right.
So, yeah, delayed gratification is definitely a hard lesson to teach.
We're trying to teach ourselves that lesson right now.
Yeah.
On some things, we're trying to be patient.
And it's funny because we go back and forth. I will be super excited, super pumped, and he's like, patience.
Yep.
Patience.
Pump the brakes,
and I'm like, oh,
yeah.
And so he was like that yesterday and took a page from his book, and I'm like, patience,
yep.
Patience. So it's really good, to have a partner that can balance you out and, give you those little lessons that will hopefully renew your mind and make sure that you are doing the right thing and not just jumping in because it's here and now.
Yeah, no, that's a lesson for everybody.
Absolutely.
But I think the only remedy to the situation is to put the phone down, and I think
live your life. Live your life.
But here lately we've been helping. The three of us have been on most weekends now going and we're learning stuff at this farm. Absolutely. And I was telling Angela the other day, I was like, I love the fact that boy 2 is going out, and if I could, there's a video. Anyways, him and the three kids that were there. One's a darn near grown man.
Yeah.
But he's only 15 years old. But he's a big kid. But hard worker. Anyways, so we were sitting there by the campfire. We were done for the day, and where they're at in the farm, there's I call it the pond lake. But the boys wanted to build a shower, an outdoor shower.
Oh yeah.
And they've got it was a portable gas shower that he had bought so that we could have. There's a few of us that are out there. It's hot, sweaty. We're getting nasty throughout the day, and we're typically staying there overnight.
To get up early the next morning.
Camping and then hitting it again. But so we're staying there. Anyways, the boys on their own wanted to make a shower for all of us to be able to take, showers outside. You just hook the water hose up to the shower head or the shower unit. It's run off of propane. These boys picked the tools up, found all the lumber that they could scrap up, tarps, everything, and built.
Sawing some, wood.
Yeah,
so
making it a thing for the shower head to hang on.
Yeah.
Like these boys did that.
All within like 25 minutes or less.
But they were just creative using their. And I looked at Angela, I think, when that was happening or after, when she was there, she seen it, and I was like, that's what it's about. Like, yes, they might be on, ours might be on his computer playing games, but at the end of the day, I felt like I was doing something right. By
allowing him to be outside in nature and being creative and building or creating something that would be useful for other people to utilize. So
and then that got me thinking, there's really no excuse, because sometimes you just got to go make stuff like that happen. There's no reason somebody can't. You might live in an apartment complex, but you know what? There's ways of getting off and being creative, depending on where you're at, but you can make it happen if you want to make it happen. But just a sense of pride I felt watching those boys do what they watch on YouTube or whatever videos. You see them watching these videos of these people doing. These kids were out here making it happen,
actually doing it. Living their life.
Right, and it was a sense of pride, and it's like that's the things. That's why one of the reasons that we want to be out there and being involved and helping out where we can help out is because of that.
Yeah. Our kid is getting lessons that we honestly couldn't teach him within these four walls of our house, or maybe even outside. I mean, what use would we have for an outdoor shower?
Exactly.
What use would we have to make a platform and to get, hot water, outdoors? So
but that got me thinking.
Yeah, but it's just a skill that he can have and take with him in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, who knows? Maybe he'll be an avid camper, after all of this.
Right.
So, I don't know. I just love those lessons that he's learning that he most definitely wouldn't learn here within our household.
Well, he learns building stuff just from helping me.
Yeah.
But as far as I would never would have. Why would I have to do an outdoor shower?
Have no use for that, right?
But some of the things that we're working on that I'm trying to be patient about might require, that, and then be like, here, son, here's the impact. Go to town. Here's some screws. There's some scrap lumber over there. Let's make something happen.
Yeah.
And now, he can be able to do that, having done it, and feel a sense of pride, knowing, hey, that's cool. I did that. It's outside door. It's an outside shower. I made it happen,
And not only that, I feel like, once you learn to do something, you can teach others to do it, or you be creative on your own and show others that you can do it. Right. I love learning. I've said that 100 times, but learning and teaching, go hand in hand, and I feel like he could definitely be teaching even his older brother at this point, some of the skills that he's learning or has learned. So
to bring it back into electronics, and I know at one point in time it was a challenge for me to come home, tune everything out here, and just get on my phone, right? Mm-hmm. What's one of the things that you would suggest? Because I'm not the only one, and it's not just a male thing; it's a female thing as well.
Oh yeah.
Even. And
I definitely make sure that I am mindful of being on my phone. I have my days, obviously. You know, I'm like, nope, can't deal with the world anymore, so let me just scroll, you know. But I would rather spend my time in nature or writing or...
But no, so what's your... I don't mean to cut you off, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
But what's your solution?
My practical advice for
every day, Monday through Friday, go to work, come home, eat dinner, but we're staring at our phones because we're so overwhelmed and we just want to tune everything out, you know. I know some people come home, bam, right to the TV, and they're not getting any of that family quality time in.
Well, practical advice, I feel like ask your kids to, you know, help you make the salad or inform everyone at dinner.
We don't eat no dang salad around here.
You don't eat salad.
I don't eat salad.
But inform everyone at the dinner table, hey, tonight is game night, so we're going to play a game for, 30 minutes, an hour, and...
I hate to be that guy, but I hate games.
He does.
I really do.
But when our whole family is gathered around a table and we're actually playing the game...
I'll sit around and talk while you guys are playing. I don't know, I've never liked board games.
Yeah. Or go outside, take a friggin' walk around the neighborhood, just your family, and have conversations.
And maybe get into a routine by doing that, which would break the other routine, and coming home, bam, straight to...
I'm not saying cut out electronics completely.
Well, you can't cut out electronics, and that's by design, We have to now depend on those things, but just knowing you're going home and you're spending 4 of the 6 hours that you're home after work on the device is
so my advice would be to just be practical about it. I mean, carve out that 30, 45, even an hour, time span with your family and do something fun. Play a game, go for a walk, start a fire, have a longer conversation at dinner. Just because you finished your food doesn't mean you gotta run from the table and
that's right.
Head off to be by yourself and get on your electronics. So
yeah. I think that's looking at it, having our oldest out of the house, it's like if we could just get that time back.
Oh yeah.
If we could just sit around that dinner table a little longer,
linger a little longer.
Right. So yeah. That stuff does happen.
But with summer months coming up, kids are about to be out of school. They're definitely going to have more time. So,
and I know that's what I'm saying. Like now in today's age, we don't say get out of the house. We say go ahead, go play on whatever, Or it's usually hey, can I play on the computer? Or maybe your kids don't even ask and they just jump on a computer. I know some kids that are like that.
Yeah.
But make them work for it at least. Make them earn, outside, and just getting outside. Make them earn it at least, just a little bit, But
thank y'all for tuning in today. If you found value in anything that we said, please like it, share, or subscribe to us so you'll get notifications next time.
Yep.
But thank you again, and we hope that you guys have a fabulous week.